Good afternoon and welcome to the official launch of Seamless Search. Here at Incubeta, we are so excited to be unveiling the Seamless Search platform to you this afternoon and to give you the opportunity to be one of the first to discover the amazing features that the platform that we've developed can offer search marketers. Just a couple of housekeeping points to bear in mind today. So we are streaming globally and we will be recording today's presentations as well. And you'll receive those in your inbox tomorrow morning. So if there is any colleagues who haven't been able to attend the event today, you'll be able to share that with them. And please do feel free to share the recording. We'll be running this afternoon for about 45 minutes in total. And if there are any questions that you think of as we go through the presentations, please do jot these down and we'll give you the opportunity to submit these at the end. We've got 3 presentations for you this afternoon. Damien, our Director of Strategy, will be kicking off with an intro to Seamless Search and going through the features of the platform. Then Fred, our Head of Product Development, will be taking you through a demonstration of Seamless Search and going into more of the functionalities of the platform and what it can offer to you. Then at the end, I'll jump back in and talk to you about the pricing model and how you can be one of the first to get on board with Seamless Search. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce Damien.
Thank you, Sophie. So, question 1, why have we built a search tool? There's so many different search platforms out there at the moment, whether they're reporting platforms, whether they're bid management platforms, or whether they're simply platforms which allow you to scale your search activity better than you were able to before. Why have we gone and built another? Well, there's a few reasons for that. The first is that search marketing remains a really important channel. 42% of all digital ad spending globally goes towards search marketing, and that's only set to increase. It's forecasted that search marketing spend will increase by a further 51% over the next 3 years. So the first reason is it's a really important channel. The second reason is that it's an increasingly difficult channel to get growth out of. This chart here shows that increased competition is driving increased CPCs. So over the past 10 years, for example, brands and brand generic CPCs have more than doubled. So the second reason is a channel where it's becoming increasingly difficult to get growth from. But finally, and most importantly, the third reason is because there's a lack of action-based cross-search platforms. And I'll explain what I mean by that. So if you think about the search platforms that exist at the moment, you can think about them really in terms of a matrix. So you have your report-based platforms, platforms that give you insight into the competitive landscape, and then you have your action-based platforms, for example, bid tools. And what you tend to find at the moment is that platforms, search platforms specifically, fall into 2 of those categories. The action-based platforms, the bidding platforms, for example, are great, but they only cover the paid search channel. So within these action-based single search category, you have Search Ads 360, Marin, and Kenshu, for example. And then you also have these cross-search platforms, so platforms that look across the whole of the search space, but they tend to be report-based. So Athena and SimilarWeb would be examples of those platforms. And where we see a really big opportunity is an action-based cross-search platform. And that is what Seamless Search is. And Seamless Search is going to help advertisers to finally answer fundamental questions. Questions such as, should I pay to bid for keywords that I already have a high organic coverage for? How much does my current paid search strategy cannibalize my organic strategy? Should I pay to appear for my brand and brand generic terms? And what position should I take based on my current organic coverage? And what Seamless Search does is it looks at hundreds of thousands of different signals at a keyword level to produce 2 outputs. And the first output we call true search reporting. And this is going to tell you the true incremental value of your paid and your organic search. So you'll finally be able to answer a lot of those questions around the incremental value of each channel. But the magic, what makes seamless search really different to everything else that's on the market, is that it makes those insights actionable. And it does that by providing the world's only true search bid algorithm. A bid algorithm that looks not only at paid search, but also at organic search. And so the benefits are, know exactly how much true value your paid search delivers, be confident in where to increase paid coverage and where to pull back, but also automatically adjust bids based on holistic search performance. And so the big question is, with all of these benefits, what are the results? And we've been running this with trials with a number of businesses, and the results that we've seen are truly game-changing. Seamless search, on average, drives a 25% increase in total search revenue, so revenue across paid and organic search, at an average increase in effectiveness of 20%. So in other words, we're increasing revenue whilst also increasing return on investment. And to explain how all of this works, I'm going to hand you across to one of my colleagues who's worked very closely on the development of this platform, our head of product development, Fred.
Thank you very much, Damien. Hello, everyone. So the first question I'm going to answer before I go into the platform a bit more deeply is, why have we built this now? Well, to be honest, it's been a question that we've been answering at a small scale for many, many years across the clients we work on and across the accounts we work on. Now, what we've been able to do is actually scale that up much more than before and make it commercially viable to many, many people. And the reason being, just due to advancements in terms of machine learning technology, but also in terms of data processing power that we've got. So what I want to do to make it really real for you is take you through the process that we go through in order to come up with the bid recommendations. So to start with, we download 5 separate types of report across the search space. So we do keyword reports, ad group reports, campaign reports, and we also pull in search term reports from Search Console. Now, on top of this, we have to go through a data processing procedure. Now, this data processing procedure goes through and normalizes data. It will clean out any data that's poor quality. It will fill in gaps where data is missing certain aspects. And it will also go in and it will do data splitting in areas that are required to. Once this is done, we're able to do our bid volatility analysis. And what this is an understanding of how volatile a single keyword has been in the market over the last 2 years. So if competitors are pushing into the space, then the bid volatility will go up and down more. If you're changing your bids regularly, then also bid volatility will go up more as well. And what this enables us to do is understand when to start the learning module and for how long the learning module needs to run. So then it will go through bid volatility analysis and into the learning module, where it will sit between 4 and 6 weeks. From here, keyword grouping takes place, which is where we can group certain keywords together based on their characteristics. So we look at things like impressions, the impression share, the CTR, the max CPC, and the CPC. And we look at the volatility across these characteristics, and we're able to group keywords into categories where they have similar characteristics. From here, we can actually start creating models on these keywords through regression prediction. Now, we selected a model through gradient boosting on decision trees. Now, this took months and months of work of looking at many, many different types of models before deciding on this one. And the reason we decided on this one is because it was the most accurate and it was the one that produced the best results for us. All of this is done through Python, and any optimum bid calculations that are made and stored in Google BigQuery. From here, the changes are applied to the account via the API directly. So now you know a little bit more about what's under the hood. It's my pleasure to show you the platform in a little bit more detail. So to start with, this will be the screen you're greeted by. And the idea here is to make it as easy as possible for you to get started, and it really is. So what happens is you'll go in, you'll set up your Google Ads MCC account and your Search Console accounts that you need connecting. And then from there, what Seamless will do is automatically register any of the sub-accounts that are associated with your account. It's then a case of just going through and selecting the ones you want to submit, submitting them to the platform, and what you'll be left with is this downloading functionality down here. And it's just telling you that at the moment, we're downloading your data. Now, it can sit in this stage between 1 and 2 days, depending on the size of your account. And purely the reason behind this is because we're downloading a huge amount of data at this stage, and we're backdating it a long way. And we need this in order to make good and calculated decisions later on. What you'll also notice in here is that there's different groups. And we understand that you probably, or you may not send all your keywords from an account in at once. So what you might end up doing, for instance, is sending 700 in to start with. Once you've realized the strong effect of Seamless, you might add 1,500 more in. And then a bit later on, maybe 7,200 more. And this way, the grouping, you can understand the different stages in the development cycle that those keywords are sitting in. So they're accompanied with a traffic light system. Red means at the moment we're going through a learning process. The amber means they're actually done with the learning process, and you can go in now and actually activate them and put them straight into automation. And if they're clear, what is going on is they're going through something called the campaign cloning process. Now, this is a process that we've specially made for Seamless, so you can run Seamless Search alongside any existing bid strategies that you may have in Search Ads 360 and in Google Ads. And then finally, the green. That means that you're now in full bid automation phase. The platform is doing all your bid automation on those keywords. Over on the left here, what you'll see is that there's a status symbol, and you can easily toggle on and off accounts as and when you don't want to use them. Potentially, external factors come into play, and you might need to pause the automation for a period of time. And that can be done nice and simply up there. May come to a stage when you've realized the initial effect of Seamless, and you realize the compounding effect it's had over a long period of time. And therefore you go, well, 3 groups aren't enough. I want to add some more. And the way that you can go in and do this is go down here and go to add keyword group. Now, what you're faced with now is the keyword management screen. And the keyword management screen is the screen that allows you to have total control over which keywords Seamless automates and which keywords Seamless does not. So all you need to do is come in here, have a look at the stats, and start selecting the keyword groups that you want to go in. So you'd just go down, you'd click these, and you'd send them off to the learning phase when you were ready. Now, if you're looking at these stats here and looking at these columns here, and you're going, well, I need some more information in order to make an educated decision about whether to send these in. Well, we've got you covered with that. You come up here, and you can effectively, you can get rid of any columns that you don't think are very useful to help you make your decision. But you can also choose from an array of different columns that we pull in, both from your Search Console and from your Google Ads. So it's a huge amount of data coming in here. You can look at things like search impression share, your max CPC, average CPC, your bid volatility, which is that metric that I've spoken about, and many, many different other useful metrics. One metric that we've included that we think is especially useful for you, or 3 metrics even, are the projected costs, the projected revenue, and the projected ROAS. And what these allow you to do is, down to an individual keyword device level, have what Seamless projects are going to be the benefits of using it instead of your normal automation. So here it's saying your cost is going to be X amount or more by running this through Seamless. Your revenue is going to be X amount or more, and your ROAS will come in as this. And again, what you can do is you can go down, you'll select the keywords that tickle your fancy based on these statistics, and again, you can send them off into Seamless. Now, if you're standing there and going, well, this is all still too much to take, and I would need further help in order to decide whether to put keywords into Seamless or not, then we've also got you covered. We've started creating preset views for you in order to help you make these decisions. And one of these views is Seamless Suggests. And what Seamless Suggests does is it goes in and actually chooses the keywords that it will be the best at managing based on your current search position the bid volatility, your organic position, and also the competitive depth that we've been observing. So again, you come in here, you simply make this filter, and then you can go in, select all keywords, and you can send them off to the learning phase. You'll name them, and then these keywords will sit in the group sections that I showed earlier as that name as it goes through the process. Once you've sent off, you'll get this message down here, and it will say that your group has successfully been created. At this point, now you've got keywords in Seamless, you can start looking at the reporting a bit more. Reporting is available from the beginning. However, obviously, the point that it becomes really important to you is once Seamless is managing those keywords for you. And to do that, or see the top level view of this, the best place to come is the dashboard. So in the dashboard, and this is one that I've set up for myself because I think these metrics are really important, you'll also be able to choose these metrics within the dashboard. So the cost that you're currently running through Seamless, the revenue that you're currently running through Seamless, are very important metrics. Here, the total bid changes. So we want to make it clear for you that the platform is making a huge number of changes and a huge number of changes over what's normal for your account. And here you'll be able to see that metric as well as the number of keywords that are currently live in the platform. Additional metrics that we think are going to be hugely important for you is cost change. And this could go up, this could go down, depending on so many factors. We want to make it clear for you which direction that is going. Your ROAS change, also important for you. And the other one, total revenue change. So has the total revenue gone up or has the total revenue gone down? It's always going to go up in this case, so that's good for you. And the total platform value is going to be the total revenue change and the total costs combined. So what you're left with is a nice, neat dashboard with a few top-line statistics. Now, if you're like me, and maybe you are, this dashboard's not enough, and you might want to dig way deeper than that. And we've got you covered with that as well. So here, you've got the reporting section. And within the reporting section, you get many of those top-line statistics that I've just shown you. You've got your total bid changes, your live keywords, your recommended keywords. But what we're really giving you here is complete and utter transparency on the performance of Seamless on your search campaigns. It's giving you the total revenue change since you've implemented Seamless, the total cost change since you've implemented Seamless, and also the total platform value. This kind of transparency is not something that you get with any other bid management platforms to actually measure the success of it live and in real time. So we go down here and we're doing it on a daily basis. So you can see if it's done well on every single day it's run, which gives you another level of transparency beyond a lot of other platforms. And we're also doing that across organic and paid. So you can see the expected revenue and then what was actually achieved through the platform. And we haven't stopped there either. We're not only giving you how incremental the platform's been at those levels, you can also see how incremental it is at an individual keyword level. And just here, you'll be able to go in and you'll be able to download all the keywords and give yourself a report to show you the incrementality at an individual keyword level. So, definitely the right tool to be releasing. It's definitely the right time to be releasing it. And now we've definitely got the right platform to deliver it. So what I want to do now is hand back over to Sophie to tell you how you can get involved with Seamless.
Thank you, Fred. So just to recap on those questions that Damien went through earlier that are really fundamental to search advertisers. Questions like, should you be paying to bid for keywords if you already have high organic coverage? How much is your paid search strategy cannibalizing your organic? Should you be paying for brand and brand generic terms? And what paid positions should you be taking based on your current organic coverage? These are really, really important questions. And as you've just seen, Seamless Search provides the answer to all of them. And having that information at your fingertips is an absolute game changer for the majority of search advertisers. So you're probably wondering, how much is this going to cost? And we hope that you'll be pleasantly surprised by this. So the way that we've set up our pricing model is it's done on a keyword basis. So the more keywords that you run through the Seamless platform, the cheaper your monthly cost per keyword is going to be. Now, it's entirely up to you to decide how many keywords you want to put through the Seamless platform. But as Fred mentioned, when we go through the onboarding process, we can put together forecasts for you, showing the incrementality that Seamless can provide. And as part of that process, we can then make recommendations based on which keywords we think will provide the best value and the best incrementality to your search strategy. Now, in terms of contracts, there's no setup fee involved. It's just your monthly keyword cost. And we work on the basis of a 12-month contract. But we're so confident in the value that we believe Seamless will provide to you that we also offer a 4-month break clause to really give you that confidence to onboard onto the platform. So what are the next steps? How do you get involved, and how do you become one of the first advertisers to be using this technology? So we've already had a really high amount of interest in Seamless from our current clients. And for that reason, we've set up a waiting list on the Seamless platform. So you can see on the bottom of your screen now the web address for Seamless, which is seamlesspro.io. We've left you with a little bit of time, and we would hope that you would use that time to go onto the website, have a look around, and then you can see at the top there's a button for you to join the waiting list. This will then take you to the form that you can see on your screen now. So if you would like to fill in your details, enter into the message box any questions that you've had off the back of the presentations today, and then any comments. So for example, do you have questions that want to be answered? Would you like another more in-depth demo of the platform? Or would you perhaps like us to go ahead and start putting together forecasts for you? And we're anticipating that off the back of the event today, there will be quite a high number of inquiries, and this will let us identify which advertisers are interested, and then we can set up a call at your convenience to take you through the next steps to onboard to Seamless. So that concludes our presentations for today. We really hope you're as excited about this technology as we are. We really think that it represents a real game changer in the search space, and can provide you with huge value within your search strategy. Thank you so much for joining with us, and we hope to hear from you soon.